policybazaar.com. Patriot.
गोर्खालीको छोरो हुँ म गोर्खे मेरो नाम आइलाग्ने शत्रुको म गर्छु काम तमाम इतिहास पल्टाएर या पुर्खालाई सोध जितेकै छौ संसारलाई वीर 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 गोर्खाली
There's one more famous thing about the Gurkhas, that once they take the kukri out of the scabbard, they do not put it back unless they draw blood. This beautiful forest hides one of India's premier training institutions, the 58th Gurkha Training Center. It is here that young boys coming from Nepal and other parts of India are trained to become legendary Gurkhas. With me here, I have Brigadier Mukesh Gurung, Sena Medal, who's the commandant of this training center. It is his responsibility to forge that steel that will one day be worthy of being called Gurkhas. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And sir, I start off by asking you, what is it about, Gurkha soldiers coming from Nepal and Gurkha soldiers from all parts of India? Because Nepal is a sovereign nation. And how did it all come about, sir? If you can give us a little bit of a background, a little bit of a history to help us understand, help our viewers understand about the soldiers who come from Nepal.
First and foremost, Gaurav, on behalf of the Brigade of Gurkhas,
Yes, sir.
and on behalf of the team of officers and
Yes, sir.
men that I have here in 58 GTC Shillong,
Yes, sir.
a very hearty welcome to you
Thank you very much, sir.
and the team of Republic TV
Thank you very
to
much.
Shillong.
Thank you very much, sir.
Coming to the question of how the legend of the Gurkhas started,
Yes, sir.
somewhere around the 10th century, there was a hill dynasty known as the Mallas. So Nepal became part of that. And gradually towards the 17th century, one of his dynasty personnel by the name of Prithvi Narayan, he started expanding the Nepalese kingdom. And it is because of his endeavors that the Kumaon Hills and the Gadwal Hills became part of the erstwhile Nepalese kingdom. Now, this kind of an expansion of the his area inevitably brought him in conflict with the British then, who had already established themselves here in the plains of India.
Absolutely.
And this ultimately led to the Anglo-Gurkha wars of the early 1800s. Post this conflict, the British decided that, it would be a great force multiplier to have the Gurkhas with such fighting skills to be part of the army. And that is how the recruitment of the Gurkhas into the British army started.
And till date we have...
And that legacy continues till
That
date.
legacy continues.
Post the British Indian Empire having, moved out from here.
There is much history that these young boys will carry. There is much of the past that they will carry. They have responsibilities. Viewers, I often say that the Indian army is not just a powerful army, it's also a moral army. We are not strong because we have weapons, we are strong because we are right. And who a better example to drive home this point than the legendary Sam Bahadur. This Sam Manekshaw Museum has some very interesting stuff. Uniforms, boots, accoutrements, which are directly part of the legend of Sam Bahadur. Come with me. Let's take a look. Look at this helmet here. This helmet has got 5 stars on it. These 5 stars represent that this is the helmet of a field marshal of the army. These are the boots of Field Marshal Manekshaw. His cap, the pea cap, the ceremonial belt, and who can forget his famous uniform with all those ribbons and the 5 stars at the collar, the Field Marshal ranks, the belts here, both the belts, and the Field Marshal's baton with the Ashok's thumb in silver. The Field Marshal rank is a very unique rank. While it is an honorary rank, a person may keep this rank till the time he's living. They say that Field Marshals never retire. But Sam Manekshaw was a Field Marshal of Field Marshals. That Field Marshals do not retire is one thing. But with Sam Manekshaw, he never went away from our lives. He never will. He will live in the collective memory of an army and of a nation. I'm here at the Veer Sthal of the 5th and the 8th Gurkha Rifles. Behind me, carved on black granite, are names of those martyrs who have fought for the Paltan, for this army and for this nation. There are thousands of names, and they tell tales of valor and courage and actions beyond the call of duty in places like Mesopotamia, North Africa, Afghanistan, Kargil, Siachen Glacier, Kashmir, you name it. And the Gurkhas have shed blood there. Some blood was their own, but most of it was the enemy's. In front of me are these black, somber granite slabs with the names of martyrs written in gold. It's so sad when I touch this wall. They have left this wall blank deliberately. It is unfortunate. We want our braves to come back safely home. But this is the bitter truth of war and counterinsurgency operations. This wall has been left blank for the martyrs to come. That is the price one pays for defending India. And there are pillars and there are pillars and there are black granite pillars. All names written in gold. I really wish someday Indians would come here and see the freedom that we enjoy, the freedom that we take for granted, the happiness that we have with our families. It is protected by martyrs who shed blood. Even today as I speak, these lines to you, there is some soldier along the line of control who's probably breathing his last. It is sad, it is unfortunate, but that is the price one pays for freedom. I'm joined here by Major Govind Joshi. Good morning, Major Joshi. Jain, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
So, Major Govind Joshi here is from the famous and iconic 5 Gurkha Rifles, some of whose martyrs we saw their names etched on those black granite walls. We have seen legends here, we have seen martyrs here, but there is one legend I want to speak about that India should know about. Perhaps the largest and perhaps the biggest legend of the Gurkha Rifles. Major Govind, I want to ask you about one particular case which, I think which the people of India must know. And because they know about Sam Manekshaw, they know about other famous military personalities. But tell us, what is the legend of Gaje Gale?
So during the Second World War, the second 5GR, it was assigned a task there in the Burma and Chin Hills. So he was leading a platoon of young soldiers, not very experienced soldier. And he's the only NCO who's leading them by front.
Okay.
And lot many soldiers were killed. The main task was to stop the advancing Japanese. So here, Gaje Gale advances with his kukri in his hand and the war cry, Aayo Gurkhali. And because of this sheer motivation and the leadership, he's leading from the front, and the kanchas, the juniors are at the back and thinking, yes, the Guruji is ahead. So they are just following him. Meanwhile, he gets a splinter shot, a grenade shot. He's wounded in his arm, in his chest, in the leg, but he's continuing with his charge.
Okay.
So, with this condition also, he was told to go to the regimental aid post, to RAP, but he refused. He said, no. Firstly, I will complete my task. Uske na main janu sakde na. Maile apno task complete karne ho. So here, Meanwhile, again, he's tried to kill a soldier, the enemy soldier behind a cannon with his kukri and got 8 bullets. Finally, he was ordered by his company commander. Then only he went to RAP.
So first you're saying that he refused to be evacuated
Yes.
because he was given a task.
Yes.
And when the company commander said that, no, I'm giving you orders, you're ordered specifically. That is the time when he fell back.
Yes.
In spite of being shot 8 times.
Yes.
Plus that grenade splinter.
Exactly. The only reason is that the only thing which is still in his mind is Naam, Namak and Nishan. Naam
Yes.
of his battalion.
Yes.
Namak, of course, is eating of the banner and the Nishan of the banner he's carrying.
Imagine a Gurkha NCO, a young NCO, with still younger soldiers, most of them greenhorns, charging in the face of the enemy, charging sometimes to sheer death. But Gajagale survived. He survived to tell the story. And for his act beyond the call of duty, the near miracle that he performed, he was awarded the highest honor that the British Empire could give. He was honored with the Victoria Cross.
Yes.
टिममा भर्ती भएर आयो मलाई खुसी और बहुत गर्व महसुस भइरहेको छ लगभग म यहाँ 28 साल नोकरी गरेर 28 सालसम्म म रेजिमेन्टको सेवा गरेर कुछ दिनको बाद म रिटायर हुन गइरहेको छु त्यसकारणले आज म तिमीलाई आज यो खुकुरी दिन गइरहेको छु और मलाई आशा छ तिमी यो गोर्खा बटलाइनमा नोकरी गरेर तिमीले यो खुकुरीको शान और मानलाई बरकरार राख्छौ गुड लक गॉड ब्लेस यू
This is an interaction between father and son. The father, Subedar Gurung, has served his regiment and the country for 28 long years. And his son, young Himal, a young recruit who's yet to start his career with the army. And this is what the father tells the son. I have completed 28 years of honorable service. And after 28 years, I'm going to retire in a few months. I give you this kukri. This kukri is not just to cut the enemy down. This kukri is not just for duty. This kukri is actually a symbol of Gurkha pride. And then the father tells the son that I have high expectations from you and I wish that you would always uphold the name and the honor of the regiment and the Indian Army. 95 new recruits have been selected from Nepal to join the elite Gurkha Rifles. They've come here in Shillong at 58 Gurkha Training Center to receive training. Amongst these new recruits, who knows what the future holds for them? Who knows from within these recruits, you might get the next Gajegale or the next Lakshman Gurung. Over a period of 1 year, they will be honed into fine weapons of war. इन्हीं में से कुछ ऐसे रिक्रूट होंगे जो आगे जाके देश का और रेजिमेंट का नाम और उसकी इज्जत की रखवाली करेंगे. They say that drill is the bedrock of military discipline. It is on this parade ground that young Gurkha recruits are taught the basics of military discipline. And it is these instructors here who instill that iron in their soul. They say that a soldier is not a soldier unless he has discipline. And it is this parade ground, this very parade ground, that those young men are made into the world's finest Gurkha soldiers. You've seen how the Gurkhas fight with the kukri. And I'm sure you found them fearsome. Now let us see how the Gurkhas dance with the kukri.
हिटलर ने कहा थे जब कि विश्व का किसी भी सेना से लड़ाऊंगा लेकिन गोरखा सेना से नहीं लड़ाऊंगा बोला था इसका यही निशान है.
They say that Gurkhas are born fighters. They also say that Gurkhas are born sportsmen.
जैसे हम ट्रेनिंग में इनको एक इवेंट अभी जैसे कि बैटल फिजिकल एफिशिएंसी टेस्ट आपने देखा 5 किलोमीटर रन करके आए, तो मतलब इतना डिस्टेंस रनिंग करने के बाद आने के बाद भी वो नेक्स्ट इवेंट को करने के उसके पास में वो क्षमता है कि नहीं है। उसी तरह से आने के बाद में इसको वर्टिकल रोप क्लाइंब कराते हैं, ये ट्रेनिंग का एक हिस्सा है। इसमें ये प्रैक्टिस कराने से आगे जब लड़ाई के दौरान पे उसको किसी और नेचुरल जो ऑब्स्टिकल आते हैं उसको पार करने में आसानी होता है।
We are here at the battle obstacle course. Before this, these young recruits have completed successfully a BPET test in which all 106 running came in excellent. The fitness standards are indeed high. Now, they are going to start and run the battle obstacle course. The battle obstacle course comprises of 27 obstacles, all laid out on undulating and uneven ground. What does this prove? What is it meant to show? And what does it test? This shows that the infantry is unstoppable. You cannot stop the infantry. Whatever obstacles come in the way, the infantry will just tide over them and reach the objective. Let us find out if these boys are now ready or not. Gurkhali Macha hoy ke hoy na?
Here we have this jungle lane shooting range wherein we train recruits to move in jungle, and in case they encounter any terrorist, how to engage it, how to eliminate it.
After which we took you to the battle obstacle course in which we said that the infantry is unstoppable. There is no obstacle that can actually stop the infantry. It just keeps on going till it achieves its objective. We're now here to show you that the infantry can not only cross obstacles, it can cross mountains, it can come down from mountains, it can climb up mountains. There is nothing stopping the Gurkha soldier. What we have here is a young soldier doing the slide. This is a typical way of crossing a big divide like this. So this is how the soldier comes, using a rope between the two firm features like two trees, and he's crossed over here. With me, I have here young soldier Vikas Subba from Darjeeling. His name is Vikas Subba, but you will realize after a few minutes why I choose to call him Spider-Man. Let's talk to this young soldier and find out where he has learned this unique craft of climbing sheer faces of mountains. तो पहले आपने ऐसे शुरू करा था कि पहले आर्टिफिशियल से शुरू करा था?
मैंने सबसे पहले आर्टिफिशियल से किया।
आर्टिफिशियल से शुरू करा था और अब जाके आप नेचुरल पे आ गए हैं, है ना? तो आप हमें क्या करके दिखाएंगे? आप सीधा चढ़ के दिखाएंगे बिना किसी सहारे के, अपने हाथ से, हाथ और पैर का इस्तेमाल करके, सिर्फ ये सेफ्टी हार्नेस लगाए, इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं है, और आप पूरा ये चढ़ के दिखाएंगे sheer face. He is going to climb this sheer face and show us how this mountainside can be climbed. This 90-degree climb can be done without using of any machines or any equipment. There is just one safety harness, and this man, his strength, his guts, and his skill. I'm inside this trench, and with me is Colonel Hudram of the Gurkha Rifles. 6 inches above our heads, they are firing light machine guns, 5.56 mm ammunition. I don't know if you can see the tracer bullets just flying 6 inches above our heads, and very soon you'll see soldiers and recruits of the Gurkha Rifles coming and crawling. Here is the first recruit who's coming here. He's crawling. This exercise is done by the army everywhere to give you an indication of how it would feel to be in a battle situation with live ammunition. So what is being fired are not blanks, these are live rounds, and they are going 6 inches above our heads. Shabash beta, shabash. I'm doing this after 18 years. It's a little strange, but memories are coming back slowly. We've seen a lot of battle inoculations in the past during my time with the army. I hope you can hear the explosions that are happening 6 inches above our heads. This is live ammunition being fired. Some of them have kukris clenched to their teeth because when they reach the objective, And when the combat gets close and dirty, when it's hand-to-hand combat, then the Gurkhas are famous for slaying the enemy with their kukris. Barrel bacha ke beta. I can see ricochets. There are tracer bullets which have hit some rocks and they're ricocheting all over the forest. They're crawling one by one through this, which is muddy, in some places half filled with water. There goes a mini flare up to light up the sky. They're firing so close. They're firing so close, and the mini flares are landing so close to us that I can almost smell the cordite. I can smell gunpowder. Colonel, how was your experience the first time you did battle inoculation? How was your experience?
Well, when I was under the battle inoculation for the first time, that was in the Officers Training Academy. It was like, a different experience in that we had been trained hard and we had been doing the firing ourselves. And towards the end of the training, I would say that's the culmination of the training in which we are put under the effects of actual fire, just to give you an effect as to how it feels to be under actual fire. So it was scary initially, and after that, once the blast went off, and after that, once we started running and then getting inside the trenches and started crawling, and we feel that the bullets are just going right overhead. At the time that we started feeling that, okay, one mistake and that's it, your life.
Yeah, that's the end of it, huh?
That's the end of it. Yeah. And so it was like, okay, this is the life in the army is not simple, and one mistake is all that it takes.
Yeah, you're very right, very right. I second that. Life in the army is not so simple. One mistake. Now, if I just decide to get up and sort of scratch my back a little, there's going to be a hole in this helmet, probably. So I don't think I should get up. Yeah, there's one more guy coming. I remember, my time during the OTA, when we underwent battle inoculation. Same, the night thing on the firing range, and then you're crawling and they're firing above your head. I, at that time, felt it was very disorienting because there was total disorientation. And somehow, I don't know the way I crawled, I could not figure out from where they were firing. But I knew that they were firing above my head. So I kept my head down and I kept on crawling till I reached the end.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, you always have that, somewhere the fear is always there.
Yes.
It is, actually, when people say that people in the army are brave, it is not that we don't feel fear. We feel fear. But then we are trained to overcome that fear. Like, this is what we are putting them through. That this fear, they are being trained to overcome that fear. That the bullets are flying over your heads, and still you can go underneath it and then do your job. So that is what we are trying to put them through.
Absolutely. You confront your fears in the army. And you confront them by sitting down in a ditch when somebody's firing bullets 6 inches over your head.
Policy